Almost 8:44. Hope you're having a beautiful Tuesday, July 17th. It's a beautiful day out there. This is the day the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. On the phone with me, Benedetta Morley from the Divine Mercy Center. And this is something that you do every year. You're having an open house. And when is it, Benedetta? Good morning. Thanks for joining us.
Good morning. Yes, it's Sunday, July 22nd, this Sunday, from 1 to 4 p.m. at the Divine Mercy Center.
Okay. And for those who are not familiar with the location, give us the details.
Sure. We're right off of Beaconsfield and 15 Mile. If you're not familiar with that street, it's perpendicular to Groesbeck and Gratiot.
All right, and it starts at 1 o'clock and ends at 4. So what's the idea behind the open house? I know there's tours, but what else do you hope to gain from the event?
Well, we really want people to see. We've been growing. We have exciting things happening, and we really want people to see what we've been doing and to learn about us. And, you know, there's still a lot of people who don't know what the Divine Mercy Center is or haven't been there yet or really don't know what we even do. So even if we found that people have, you know, been coming to the Divine Mercy Center, the tour is really nice because it gives you a thorough walkthrough and understanding of who we are, what we do, and the beautiful artwork and different, you know, special pieces and parts of the Divine Mercy Center. So that's part of it. And then we're also at 3 o'clock, so from 1 to 3, we have the tours, and they can talk with ministry representatives and find out more about what each ministry does. And then at 3 o'clock, we'll be highlighting our volunteers and also talking about the wonderful things upcoming this year. We have this fall, our Rosary Garden is going to be finished or almost finished, and then our kitchen will reopen. So we have some information about that, and then my mom is going to give her personal testimony. So many people who have not personally heard that, it's a very special time where they can experience it.
So she'll be sharing her story of how all of this started, correct?
Correct, yes, from the very beginning to where the Blessed Mother healed her when she was on her deathbed.
Yeah, and I remember the story. I've heard it many times, and I endorsed your mom's book, and I love the story when she was in the kitchen feeding you and your sisters, and your kids were really fussing, and she was on the phone, and she was telling the Archdiocese that she needed to start this Divine Mercy Center at the same time yelling at you kids. It's like, I have to start this. No, shut up. No, I didn't mean you.
Yeah. I can so relate. Yes, it was with Archbishop. Yes, she was a great mom, and she, you know, had the challenges of motherhood and beginning in ministry, but God provided, and it's, you know, amazing to see where we are now from when we started from just, you know, a simple prayer group from when the Lord first spoke to her, and now we have this huge 13-acre campus. And it really is pretty amazing to come and see. And we also will have prayer ministry. So there's a lot of people who maybe can't get there during the week. The perfect opportunity to come, experience prayer, and experience the Divine Mercy Center.
Yeah, it's so important, and it has become, and I don't know if you expected this or planned this. I'm trying to remember when it all first started years ago, but it's been an outreach to the community. I know when you first began this whole mission, it was really about promoting the message, which continues, of Divine Mercy. Did you expect to be such a part in terms of really meeting the physical? It's like the corporal and spiritual works of mercy, really acting out there.
Yeah, you know, from the beginning, no, I don't think we knew everything, but you know, we've evolved into it and really just answered the Lord's call. And what I'm finding particularly special recently is how diverse the members of our ministry are and how we're able to reach out to different cultures. For instance, we have all different types of people that come to the center. And so recently we've been able to have videos and provide tours and prayer ministry in Spanish, Arabic, and Chaldean.
Oh, wow.
So, beautiful. You know, everyone really can come, and no one's excluded. And if someone doesn't speak English, we are still there for you and can help you.
That's beautiful. We're chatting with Benedetta Morley, the Divine Mercy Center open house. It comes up on July 22nd, which is this Sunday, 1 to 4 p.m. It's in Macomb County. We'll give you the website and the details and the phone number. I think it's really important, the outreach, not only to the different minority backgrounds, different ethnic groups within the Catholic Church, but don't you find, too, that just in general, the people that are coming to you maybe for prayer, even though they may not be Catholic or even Christian, that people are searching in this world? What are you seeing in terms of the needs of people?
It's really, I guess we shouldn't be surprised, but, you do read about it in Unleash the Gospel, just reaching out in your own communities and families and right next to you and in the schools. Some of the people that come in, they just don't know. They just, don't have that connection with the Lord. And it is through a meal or a prayer, just walking in or hearing about what this place is or a food box, that we have that opportunity to, evangelize and help, bring them to the Lord. And that's really amazing. I mean, there are even so many people in Catholic schools and different things, and they'll come in for prayer, and it's that deeper conversion that we can help lead them to through the sacraments and through, the prayer ministry and different, events and occasions that we have at the Divine Mercy Center. That is really impactful.
I read an article, and I was sharing it with my listeners. I think I was sharing portions of it yesterday, if I can remember correctly. It was in the National Review. It was really very revealing, Benedetta. It was talking about even folks who don't consider themselves religious, or those folks who identify as the nuns, N-O-N-E-S. They have no religious affiliation. Many of them are former Catholics, that they're still searching and seeking. And if they don't choose God to fill that void, they're going to choose something else. And many of them are getting into different things like yoga and also the occult, and they're following ghost stories around the country, and they're believing in extraterrestrials. So that, to me, shows that there is still a restless heart, as St. Augustine tells us.
Absolutely. I mean, you see it all the time, but, there's a light at the end of the tunnel where there is that hunger, and if we can step outside of ourselves and just extend that, that information and, hospitality and, like in Unleash the Gospel, radical hospitality, and that's what we do, and it's working. People's lives are being changed, and it's amazing.
I think what you do is an example of what I was just talking about in my 2 cents segment. I don't know if you heard the discussion, but we had a listener call in yesterday who was frustrated about what he saw as a lack of teaching in his area, in his diocese in Texas, where he didn't hear enough about chastity and abstinence and pro-life from the pulpit. And he asked the question to Father Mitch Pacwa from EWTN about 7 years ago, and Father Mitch said, "What are you doing about it?" As opposed to, "Oh, yeah, it's horrible, it's right, there are problems." Father Mitch challenged him, and 7 years later he's still frustrated. And my response to him was, "Okay, I get the frustration, but it's been 7 years since Father Mitch spoke that word to you. What are you doing about it?" And I know that your mother, with her experience, said, "What do I need to do?" She did go ahead and get the blessing from the Archbishop of the Archdiocese, but this is just something that she felt she needed to do.
Absolutely. And something that we're finding ourselves growing into is reaching out to the local schools. Even in the surrounding community, there's families, sometimes no one's home, and children will pop in and even start saying prayers because they see that we're praying. There is that need. And so just even working with the youth and their parents, it's starting to kind of catch, and people are like, who are these people and these Catholics, and what are they doing over here?
Yeah.
And it's great. It's great.
All right, so before we let you go, we have about a minute left. I want you to go ahead and give the details again for the next open house this weekend.
Okay, so the open house is this Sunday, July 22nd, at the Divine Mercy Center from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. At 3 p.m., the Foundress is going to be giving her special testimony, and we are located right off of Beaconsfield and 15 Mile, and our website is www.sjdivinemercy.org, where you can find out all about us and more information.
Also, you're going to be having take-home gifts, and there'll be refreshments as well, and the gift shop's going to be open, right?
Yes, absolutely, and prayer ministry.
All right, awesome. And then this all takes place Sunday from 1 to 4. That's July 22nd. And give us the website one more time, Benedetta.
www.sjdivinemercy.org.
All right. Come over on the east side. We're nice over on those parts, right?
Yeah. Yes, we are.
All right. And the phone number for more information is 586-777-8591. Again, this is located on Beaconsfield, 586-777-8591. Almost